Now, there are a number of serious allegations being made against several wrestlers in the United Kingdom as well as elsewhere. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at what the hell is going on in wrestling. Now, unfortunately, claims of abuse have been made in British wrestling, including hazing, sexual abuse, and verbal abuse, and this includes wrestlers in promotions of NXT UK, not to mention one WWE wrestler on the roster right now, as well as even Jim Cornette. Now, according to 411 Mania's Jeremy Thomas, Jordan Devlin, Travis Banks, Joe Kofi, and El Ligero have all, as reported below, have been accused. New allegations have even surfaced up on Twitter, including that of Matt Riddle, Jim Cornette, Jack Gallagher, even NWA VP David Lagana. This has caused such a stir amongst the wrestling community that even WWE have had to address the situation. Now, while a number of names have been mentioned, we are taking a wait-and-see attitude to these allegations until this matter plays out. Now, the purpose of this video is not to mention every person who has been accused, but to bring the matter to viewers' attention and let them know that the serious allegations are being made against a potentially large number of people in the wrestling industry. Now, it's important to remember that these are allegations, and as of this writing, no one accused has admitted to it nor convicted in court. At the same time, the persons making the allegations should be heard, and as we'll see, not only are there some shocking allegations being made, but there are a number of people making them. Now, we kinda have to go back and see where this has started, as recently wrestler David Starr came under fire. According to 411 Mania's Joseph Lee, independent wrestler David Starr, who has been notably standing up for things like a wrestlers' union, has been accused. A woman named Tori, who previously dated Starr, claimed that the product abused her and other women. Starr defended himself on social media, stating, "I've done plenty of wrong in my life, especially regarding my relationships with my partners. I'm not a predator, but I have been an emotionally immature to my partners. Here's something I wrote about a week and a half ago since I've really began to introspect. To be clear, I am not a predator, but I have been a to my partners. I'm owning up to that and taking this time to grow. I will not go on the offensive." Now, Starr still came under fire for his apology, with some pointing out that he even promoted this through Twitter promotions. In any case, you don't promote an apology. However, the Starr case is just one of several that have been brought up recently. Hashtag speaking out has led to a number of wrestlers voicing their allegations against those in the industry who have allegedly abused him in one way or another. Here are just some of the claims being made, as wrestler Millie McKenzie tweeted her own experience with an older male wrestler. "A lot of young girls like myself start training from a very young age. Trainers, promoters, and fellow wrestlers take advantage and abuse their position of power. Everyone knows it takes place, however, anything is rarely acted upon. This needs to change. When I was 15, I met Jake Gittins, Killian Jacobs, the promoter of Ironist. We were the best of friends at first, but I soon realized he wanted more than friendship. Told me he loved me and said he would break up his marriage for me. I know he's been weird with more girls, and I wanted to stop it from happening to anyone else. Don't support Iron Fist / Killian Jacobs. Hope this encourages more girls to speak out." Hannah Francesca has accused NXT's former cruiserweight champion Jordan Devlin. She tweeted, "This is scary. I'm really scared. Jordan Devlin did this to me. This is just the physical damage, not including my back bruises, because I don't fancy posting that online." The WWE issued the following statement regarding the claims against Devlin. "We take any allegation of this nature very seriously and are looking into the matter. The WWE is also reportedly looking into the matter, as we'll discuss in the later video. While it would seem that the majority of complaints have been made by women, there have been complaints filed by men. The allegations aren't just being made by women. Both MJ Max and Jake Long have accused longtime referee James Finn of sexually harassing him. Max alleges that Finn harassed him in October of 2019, while Long says his experiences with Finn happened twice, both in 2017. Longs are more specific, alleging that Finn tried to grope him when he thought Long was asleep. This certainly isn't the first time that men have complained of exploitation by other men in the wrestling industry. The WWF's Ring Boy scandal of the late 80s and 90s is one example of the predators that are found in wrestling. These allegations could just be few or more to come. Retired wrestler Sierra Loxton tweeted, "Since speaking out about sexual predators, other female wrestlers and fans have come to me and opened up about their experiences. I have over 30 names of predators within the wrestling business already. How disgusting. It's time for you to go." Wrestler Candy Cartwright has also accused Matt Riddle, posting an incredibly uncomfortable experience with him. Whether or not this allegation is true or not, it'll be interesting to see how WWE handles this, especially since they're in the middle of pushing Matt Riddle. Not only that, but Jim Cornette as well and his wife have both been accused of doing the same. This came from user Aki Evolution. He not only put out a message, but an entire thread of his experience with both Jim and Stacey Cornette. Now, one of the questions being raised is why more names are not being specified at this time. Now, there are a number of issues that come with this. First, there's a reluctance of victims to expose themselves to the scrutiny that comes with making these allegations. Second, there is the very real possibility that they could find themselves blacklisted from the industry for daring to speak out. There's also the possibility they could be sued for defamation if the case is not proved. There are other challenges for someone seeking justice, but in this case, it appears a number of victims are organizing themselves to obtain support. One wrestling organization has already responded, with Fightful's Jeremy Lambert reporting, "Fierce Females, an all-women's wrestling promotion based in Glasgow, has cut ties with Mikey Whiplash." Whiplash was the founder and co-owner of Fierce Females, running the company alongside Nevada Rose. A group of anonymous women wrestlers released the following statement. "It's hard for us all to watch Fierce Females, an all-women's promotion, talk about being a safe space for fans and wrestling alike, when many of us have felt decidedly unsafe in the presence of its promoter Mikey Whiplash. Our experiences all differ in severity, but there is a pattern of mental abuse and manipulation that all of us recognize. Sending unsolicited messages to male trainees and workers, making unwanted sexual advances both by message and in person, emotionally manipulating, gaslighting female workers, and even becoming physically violent with a number of women. Many of us have been bullied and belittled, feeling like we were walking on eggshells at a show because we couldn't dare make him angry. Some might ask why we continue to stay silent about this, or why we continue to work for the company. Many of us have been afraid to say anything, afraid that we wouldn't be believed, that our bookings would be taken from us, or that we'd be blacklisted from companies. The boys protecting the boys mentality stopped us from feeling that we had a voice. Even now, with so many other trans women coming forward to talk about their experiences, we are still terrified of the consequences. That is the influence of these experiences. It is uncomfortable, and there will still be those who don't believe us. That is your choice. As several news sites have pointed out, Mikey Whiplash should not be confused with ECW star Mikey Whipwreck. Now, a number of promotions that accused wrestler David Starr has worked with have cut ties with him. He's also been stripped of various championships. As some fans have pointed out, is it fair to cut ties with a wrestler based on unproven allegations? But on the other hand, is it fair to expect female performers to be comfortable around someone who has been accused of the crimes levelled at Starr? It's a thorny situation with no easy answers. With the WWE operating its NXT UK promotion, questions are being raised about allegations made about their talent. Sportskeeter's Tom Collihu tweeted, "I've just been told an emergency meeting has been called by WWE officials to discuss the accusations coming in against some of their NXT UK talent. However, if this has been going on as long as it's been alleged, and considering wrestling's history of covering up backstage misbehavior as well as potential criminal activities, is there any chance of justice for these victims?" Now, a number of wrestlers have shown their support, including AEW star Big Swole, who tweeted, "Speaking out is hard to do, and I applaud each and everyone who shared their truth. We are survivors, and there is strength in overcoming turmoil. I pray you all usher in a peace that surpasses all understanding." The New Day's Biggie also tweeted, "I pray our industry is swiftly rid of all these predators and abusers. To everyone brave enough to tell their story, I'm sorry you had to endure this. Hashtag speaking out." The Bruiserweight Pete Dunne also tweeted, "For the record, I had no clue that David Starr was a predator. If I did, he wouldn't have been anywhere near a locker room I was in. I did, however, find him to be full of Hope that clears it up." Consider our recent story on the WWE's lax handling of protecting its wrestlers, employees, and fans from the current health crisis, and there's plenty of evidence that it can be lax in protecting its talent. And in the recent testimony that the WWE's wrestlers were indeed forcibly detained after Crown Jewel, then coerced not to speak about it. So it's understandable why some people think there's little chance of a promotion remedying this problem. Unfortunately, there you have it. Now we will continue to update you on any further stories that are coming out, and it's safe to say that many more will. How the WWE actually handles this will be interesting. But be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.